All right. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. This is High Priestess Jamila. Hello. I'm going to go down here and get me some coffee and sit outside for a few minutes and get some fresh air. And what is on my itinerary for the next couple of hours is to just wait for you all to do your reading requests or your consultation requests. You guys can do that by Cashapping me, Venmoing me, or either visiting my Etsy shop. All of the links are below. And you know what? I had a client for the first time. You know what? I don't even know if clients have done this before. But did y'all know that if you don't have money for spell work, that you can go to my Etsy, and if you have good credit, you can get financed on your spell work and stuff. I don't know if you guys knew that. And so just to let y'all know that. Um, I think it's pretty cool. Okay. All right. So once I get done talking about this discussion that I've got for today, I watch movies while I do spell work to make me feel better. It's so comforting because you're always having to fix something. When you are dealing with the devastation of a father competing with you, I wonder how many women have actually been through this. It's got to be a rarity. It's got to be. But maybe not. Maybe it isn't. So the devastation of a father competing with his daughter. It doesn't seem, huh? Huh? Oh, okay, I'll go get it for you. I put it in the closet. I put them up. I'll go get it for you, honey. So, I'm not shocked at all by anything that I see happen in this world, being that it seems like what's happening is that biologically people are changing. You would think that it would be literally a biological mishap. If you're somebody that has never been through that, then you wouldn't understand this because, I guess most people would have a father that is biologically um, sound, right? You would think that the father wouldn't do that, you know? I think that it really has something to do with narcissism because it's all about doing everything on the flip side, backwards, weirdness. It's very strange. It's very perplexing to have your father compete against you. And so it's also biologically perplexing to have a narcissistic father because when you think about a father is supposed to protect his family, his daughters. He's supposed to be the provider. He's supposed to be the protector. But instead, I think that in our world, and I think science, maybe science has something to do with it. Um, because it's abnormal. It doesn't feel right. It makes you feel like you are in the twilight zone. It does. It's not biologically normal. It doesn't even seem like it would be a part of any human DNA for a father to be competing. Oh, do you? Oh yeah, those they can be difficult to deal with. How you doing, Alacinta? Oh, I can deal with a narcissistic man. You know, I think most of us are dealing with very narcissistic men. It's hard, but at least you're not on the other side of the spectrum when you can't get them to commit to you. I think that I could definitely deal with somebody narcissistic as long as they can make a commitment to me. I know that sounds weird, but I don't know. Tell me what you think of that, because that, does he compete with you? Does a narcissistic man compete with you? Ooh, what the hell? Go on, bug. I'm outside, y'all. I got to bring that water out here. Get away, bug. Why are you harassing me? As soon as I walk out here, this black bug, it's a black bug, it look like a black wasp, and it's just running up on me. So I have a couple of theories. He's a punch drunk. What is that? What is a punch drunk? What is that? Oh my God. You know what? I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm just gonna keep it real with you as far as what I think of that. And if you want me to, I can throw some cards for you a little bit later. But sometimes I think that even that could be normal. Sometimes it depends on what a man is going through, because the paradigm shifts that keep shifting back and forth. It's almost like we keep shifting from one paradigm to another one on a daily basis. Wow, that's crazy. Wow, that's crazy. I'm sorry to hear that. So he competes against you, and maybe it's a man thing. Maybe, you know what I'm thinking that he must have grew up seeing that, and it's a norm for him. I think that it's normal for him. It is not biologically normal for men to compete with women. Why do y'all think women are in such an uproar about men in women's sports? Women don't want to compete against other men in sports. They want to compete against other women. That's just like a man biologically should not want to compete with a woman in sports. He shouldn't. It's when been hit upside his head to my, oh, yeah, you know what? That makes sense. But you still love him though, don't you? You with him. Sound like you got some unconditional love going on here. Yeah. Back to what I was talking about. Something must have happened biologically to our fathers, to men, to make them do that. It's running. Oh man, you about ready to go, huh? But where is he gonna go? You gonna leave him out in the cold like that? Mm. So here's what I think. I think it's a biological mistake somehow for a father to compete. And I think that, like, I'm gonna keep it real with you. And you know what? I've actually watched Caitlyn Jenner's channel, and I think he has a great personality for a man. But I think that a lot of these men have to be under mind control because, back in the day when he first transitioned, everybody was saying that he was the bravest woman in the world. I was so upset about that. I was upset about that. No, Caitlyn Jenner is not the bravest woman in the world. No, he is not. He's not even a woman. And it irritated me because women have to go through biological processes as a woman. You can't just cut your schlong off, put on some makeup, and say that you're a woman. You have no idea what women actually go through as far as being a woman. Okay. As far as our bodies, the changes that we go through, I never forget the day that I started my period. I was 11 years old and I was at school and I felt it coming on. It was like a, sorry about that, child. I never forget. I don't know why I constantly, I'm constantly being interrupted. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. I'm coming, Jacob. I'm coming. Um, I was at school, and in order for your period to start, your progesterone levels have to drop. I believe it's the progesterone that drops, and that dip in progesterone levels, for me, it was mind altering. And I never forget sitting there and feeling this weird feeling and going through that, and even going to school a few times. And boys were able to sometimes smell my period. And it wasn't that it stunk, it just smelled like period. Because back then that was what, 30 years ago? That was 33 years ago exactly, when I was 11. And for some reason they would be able to smell it. And it was it so to say that, and then not only that, being subjugated by these very tall men your whole life, not even being subjugated, but just being within their presence and being a woman, and for somebody to say that Caitlyn Jenner is the bravest woman in America, it was extremely insulting. And at the same goddamn time, I was being harassed, I was being stalked, I was protecting my children from psychopaths and fucking sociopaths. I was angry. And I think that men that have done that, I think that they should at least show the woman the utmost respect. Because, first of all, the bravest woman in the world would be his mama that gave birth to him. That would be who I would give that honor to, not him. He's a man. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't conform to that. I don't. I don't. Okay. And which leads me to the next discussion with all this gender fluidity and all of this other stuff, non-binary. I don't even, y'all, listen, when the LGBT community started doing that, that was when I saw that it was toxic. Because what you can see as a result is men plundering and plowing women all the time, spiritually, attacking us spiritually, attacking us physically, mentally. And when you look at the world, it's like, am I in the Twilight Zone? Is this officially the Twilight Zone? When you realize that your father is competing with you. I mean, what's next? Is my father going to try to suck my man's penis? It's scary. It shouldn't be happening. Something is wrong with people. Something is really wrong. And y'all know it. Y'all know it. Y'all know that there are some cases where you got a woman's father is trying to get into bed with her husband. And it's like, what is going on here? Something ain't right with this. And you know what? I don't know how. The one theory that I have, because we can only have theories about this to really understand what's going on. I mean, I realized that if my own father was competing with me career-wise and financially, that he could be competing with me sexually too. He could be sending penis pics to my man. In my opinion, things like that should not be happening. What is going on? I believe that at the top of the thing, and what happens with most Black men, if they do this, I believe that that is mind control. A lot of them are under mind control. There is no way. There is no way. And when you are a woman that is in your element and you are doing womanly things, especially womanly witchy things, and you got people that are being rough with you, the way they talk to you, the way that they treat you, but then they go and they treat your father like a woman, but they're not treating you like a woman. They want to treat your father like a woman. Something ain't right with that. That's got to be some kind of alien invasion. That's some invasion of the body snatchers type of situation. And I've actually seen it. I have actually done readings for women that were married and their father was kind of weird and crazy. And the father took a liking to their significant other and began to try to sleep with them and spend time with them. Oh, let's go fishing together. Let's go do manly things together. While you leave your woman at home lonely, you out fulfilling her father's fantasy of being a woman. Who does that? But I've seen it happen. I have actually had women call me about that before. It doesn't happen too often, But I can imagine that if a woman were going through that, that she would have to be under mind control too, and just be okay with it. And see, they are trying to put a lot of us under mind control. I can't be put under mind control. Like, I realize that. I believe that some people can be put under mind control, but some people can't. That's just like that lady that got Bell's palsy after her COVID vaccine. She was sitting up there and she was like, "Oh well, I'm okay. I would still get the shot. Your face is frozen. You have Bell's palsy, something that you probably won't ever recover from." And when you look at how many mind control people there are, it can be scary. When I looked at that video of that woman, look at a woman gets Bell's palsy after vaccine. She just sitting up there, I can understand, being, feeling like, oh, okay, well, something negative happened. I'm going to use positive energy to fix it, because she was recovering from it. Her condition was getting better slowly. But for people to just be like, oh, it's okay, give me another jab. Oh my God. It was just like, are you kidding me? Oh God, it's very scary. It's very, very scary. I believe that if you had a father that was on heavy drugs, because if you notice, the crack cocaine epidemic flooded through the Black community, and we are looking and experiencing the aftermath of that, because I believe that crack cocaine rewired their brains. They're not the same people. So that's my second theory. Okay, well, a person would have to be under some kind of mind control to even try or smoke crack cocaine. Like, for them to initially try it, knowing how addictive it is, and to try it and to continue to do it for years. Yeah, I'm live. I should be live unless they done flag me for talking about this crap. Because I'm here though, Prince of Presence. But it's insane, because no woman should ever have to experience that. That's just like, I was watching Love and Hip Hop years ago, and I can't even remember the name of the couple, but this man went to her and told her that he was into men, and she just started crying. She just started crying. Because I used to think that I would feel better about a man leaving me for another man than another woman, because it's that competitive thing. But I feel like the reason why she was crying is because I don't think it's right. And I think that I'm sorry, I gotta keep it real. I gotta keep it real. And I can't wait until this month is over. In fact, I'm gonna stop celebrating my birthday during the month of June because of that. Because I believe that it's time for us to put our foot down. And I already know that gay men are probably going to attack me. I already know. But I feel like Angela Stanton King is a freaking hero, because her son is just trying to compete with his mama and be a better woman than his mama, which is, I'm sorry, when you start hearing people say, I want to live off the grid, I want to go somewhere where I don't have to be around this, because nobody actually really, listen, hey, y'all believe in what y'all want to believe in. I'm pissed because people are fighting for gay rights more than they're fighting for women's rights. Women still don't have rights. We're still not respected. We're still treated like cows, worthless cows. So I'm supposed to fight for the right of a man that decides to turn himself into a woman, and he's brave, but I'm a piece of shit because I can give birth. Never, never. I'm not going to participate in it. I cannot wait until this month is over. And why they made June Gay Pride Month irritates the hell out of me. It does. I'm sorry. I don't have anything against gay people. But the problem is that something is not right with this. Something is not right with this. Why is my father competing with me? Something ain't right with this. And you know what? I'm still waiting to wake up from this nightmare. It's like the world is a nightmare these days. Anytime your father is mentally ill enough to watch you, never think about any of the things that you're doing, and all of a sudden they want to do the same thing that you're doing. Goes the same for male witches, okay? Male witches. What y'all are doing is spiritual abuse. Not saying that to all of them, but I believe that witchcraft was created by women, period. And I believe that they are out there and they are constantly using what is supposed to bring us prosperity and security, things that we're supposed to be doing, and they're doing it and they're taking from us as women. And I don't care what people think. Throw some death rays at me. Throw some death magic at me. Whatever. I would rather be dead than to live in this world for real, the way that we've been doing it. So I'm sorry. I got to speak my mind on this shit. I got to speak my mind on it. You know how they say that a lot of the women in Hollywood are actually men dressed up as women? Now, I don't believe that about all of them in Hollywood. That they switch gender roles for everybody there. I don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? But okay, honey, I'm coming. I'm coming, sweetie. I don't believe everybody is doing that, but I do believe that on some level, it's a selfishness. I've noticed that even throughout the years when I've worked with men, men were competing against me. Even when I worked in corporate America, men were competing. Why are you taking on the role of competition against women? I believe that it is mind control. I believe that it's the same reason why women do things to other women, why men do things to other men. I believe that that these interdimensional demons have completely driven a mud hole in nature. I believe in nature and I believe in God's natural design. You got a lot of them running around here talking about their pastors and preachers and Christians, but yet they screwing men behind the scenes. You tell me if that's what God would have wanted you to do. I don't think so. And you would think that the colon cancer and stuff that they are getting would teach them a lesson. It doesn't. They still do. That is so toxic. That is so toxic. I believe that Caitlyn Jenner, if a man were to actually try to do that when he has already created a family, okay, I believe that if a man actually did that to his daughters, I believe that it would devastate them. I do. I think that it's totally fake. The whole Kardashian clan and all that stuff, I believe it's totally false. It's totally fake. They're showing us a false side. Oh, I love my dad and da 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 da. Get out of here with that. Your father is dead. He's gone. He turned himself into a woman. He don't even exist no more. Yeah, like have y'all ever looked at this? And then you got men that instead of them defending women, they are defending men that can defend themselves. And then the woman all of a sudden becomes the enemy. All of a sudden they hate women. And we supposed to give people relationship advice because of that? What? No, we don't need advice. We need a cleansing on this planet. This planet needs to be cleansed of all of these demons. We need to see the fireball in the goddamn sky whenever you got stuff like that going on. And so women, I've noticed that I've had several men the past week sending negative energy to me to make me feel insecure, unsafe, scared, and upset. What in the fuck is this world coming to? What the fuck? If you're not a hoe, they want to try to turn you into a hoe. If you a hoe, they want to turn you into a housewife. Make it make sense to me. Then they want to complain for years about how women ain't shit. They under mind control. They are under mind control by demons. Period. Listen, exactly. Listen, Melissa. They can connect to the divine as a man. As a man, that's how God made them. God doesn't make mistakes. He doesn't. And then they'll say, oh, these women are ungodly. Let's go judge them. It's nothing worse than a gay male, than a fake gay male. I call all of them faux gay. I don't believe in gay. I don't believe in that. I don't. Okay? They go out there, faux gay, faux gazy. Okay? And they're going to church, fronting for the whole congregation, and then they go home and they're pulling their penises out in front of their daughters and their son-in-laws, trying to get some damn attention. So instead of them, getting a girlfriend or something, you know what I'm saying, and being a normal fucking person, they running around here doing some of the most perverted stuff ever. And yeah, I live in the gay capital of the world. Tanya says, oh my God, I can't believe I found this. My father took my only child and turned him against me, then left me penniless and homeless with only 2 suitcases. I lost everything I worked for at 45 years old. Wow. Sound like to me you need to do some reversals. They do low-key envy us. But it ain't right. It's something that, come on, baby, I'm going to get it for you. It's something quite wrong with it. It's wrong. And you just want to snap your fingers and make them snap out of it. If men see you winning, they want to take everything from you. They jealous. They secretly upset. A man that has a problem with a woman earning an income, you have to pay attention to him. When you see a man competing against a woman in social media, you have to watch that type of man to see what he up to. You got to spiritually bind that type of man. Women are not starting this crap. It's men that are starting this crap. Running us down, talking crazy, being evil. When we try to set some kind of higher standard of how they are supposed to treat us, they just goddamn block us. I would have to, Tanya, I would have to read the situation, but it sounds like to me that you got yourself a quite a bit, quite a bad generational hex. Uh, is what it sounds like to me. This is one of the reasons why I've always worked. I've always kept jobs. And then I started my business because I always knew that we were not going to be able to really necessarily depend on these men. And we can't depend on them. We can't. And you know, a lot of them, they are afraid of fatherhood. So they don't want to be with a fertile woman. A man is supposed to want to be with a fertile woman for the rest of his life. He ain't supposed to want the woman to be infertile. He's supposed to want to be with the fertile woman. But instead, they just want to bust a nut in anything. And so to them, Caitlyn Jenner would be better because they can just bust a nut. They don't even care if she busting a nut because those fake plastic body parts that they create in the lab or under that table ain't real. Those vaginas can't orgasm. They can't. Okay. I was looking at some videos of people that go and get them sex changes. And you know what? The medical industry needs to be sued by the world when they began to do that. When they began to do sex change operations on people, that is when we should have put our foot down and said, hell no. They have created hell on this earth. So you see why a lot of people, here it is, Bubby. You see why a lot of people don't like it. Hold on, y'all. Well, come on, here it is right here. So you cannot tell me that this is right or this is normal at all. And then they'll go, oh, well, what's normal? We're not supposed to be normal. Oh my God. You know what, guys? I'm telling you, it's a scary situation that we are in these days. And I believe that Angela Stanton King, I don't believe that she necessarily. Oh, you already did it? Oh, okay. Okay, honey. So the generational hex remover, it can either be multi-generational or it can be current generational. If you're, because see, what they do is they take the energy and the strength from the bloodline from their parents, but then they take it and they twist it and they pervert it with their own. So it sounds like a current generational, but I would have to look at the relationship between his parents and him. Okay. So right now, many of us are currently living, and so are our children, within the paradigm of current generational hexes with what they're doing. And what it is, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, what we are looking at, what we are experiencing is a little bit of everything. Mind control, alien invasion, DNA splicing. I mean, people's DNA got to be messed up right now. Oh, you were adopted. Okay. Well, the fact that you were adopted means that something must have been going on because humans biologically don't put their kids up for adoption. That's also a biological mistake. The most of us parents, we, especially our mothers, if we grew that baby in our body for 9 months, there is a connection. Where's my baby? This is my baby. This is my child. There's all that adoption stuff that's not biologically normal anyway either. So your original parents, something must have been going on with them. Now, Melissa says that yeah, they do low-key envy females, but how is this even normal? Why do they low-key envy females? Why? And why are men envious and literally distraught and destructive? You can give them everything that you have. As a woman, a lot of these men that, for some reason, they always want something from a woman and they're still angry at you. They're still angry at you. You can like, and then also the roles have been reversed completely with men to where, they can't really like earn an income. And if you, help them out a little bit, they hate you. They hate you for being able to gift them anything. They hate you because of it. It's absolutely disgusting what's going on in this world. And I think that it started with this gender fluidity. And I believe that it started with some kind of, actually, I believe that all of that is nothing but an alien invasion. And I don't care what any of them says. You can say, oh, well, Jamila, you just mad because so-and-so and all this stuff. No, y'all weird. Y'all weird. Y'all off. Y'all strange. These people are not even functioning as human beings anymore. They're not. And I think that some of us are going through it. Let me tell you something. If you had a father that provided for you, and if you had a father that made sure that men respected you, because that starts with your father. Remember, I told y'all that I didn't want none of my men to talk to my father, because as soon as they talk to my father, they're going to start becoming disrespectful towards me. Hands down, it's always happened, because my father doesn't really like women. He doesn't. So then you try to get away from him. You say, God damn, I'm going to cut the cord with you. I don't want nothing to do with you. If they following you around, they done already got to everybody. So then I guess you just supposed to go and reestablish yourself with other people. It's absolutely disgusting. And see, this is one of the reasons why I said when your father turns against you like that, or even when your mother does stuff like that, you got to look at your life and you got to say, you know what? This person is tripping. I've got to do something about it. It is absolutely preposterous. I couldn't believe it. It was devastating. And you're thinking, why are you competing with me? Didn't you want me to be a powerful woman? No, they didn't. They didn't. They needed you. And this is what really irritates me about men like that. They needed you to be a failure in life so that they could justify why they shouldn't have never had you, why they wish that they didn't. Who does that? Who looks back at their children and says, I wish I didn't have you? Who does that? Who does all of that? You violating people biologically. That is a biological violation for you to be a man and competing with your daughter and sneaking around, going to Bible study, going to Bible school, talking crazy to your daughters that are multi-generational witches. You would think that that would be a guaranteed expectation for your father at least to want the best for you. No, instead, they'll let you know blatantly, I'm competing with you. I'm watching you on YouTube. I'm listening to everything that you're saying. I'm mimicking you, literally mimicking you, throwing it up in your face. And manipulating people as your father. So the way I see it, once you have done something to violate me to the point of no return, the one thing that I can tell you is that I'm simply going to believe that you have been taken over by some kind of demonic force and you are no longer there. You are no longer there. You no longer exist. They don't. And it's so sad because, I said years ago, I felt like I had lost both of my parents. I felt like they were both gone already. Having a conversation with your father that makes you feel weird and it makes your skin crawl. You're not supposed to feel that way when you have a conversation with your father. Your father is not supposed to make your skin crawl and make you feel weird. And it's like, what the hell is going on here? Now, we're not going to go that far as the Caitlyn Jenner, because he definitely decided that he, wanted to basically kill himself. I think that was so irresponsible. And you can even tell that it seems like he's just being paid off by the establishment or something. Because, when I saw that, I said, those kids lost their father. They did. And I don't believe in none of this stuff. I don't believe in it. I think that it is a mistake. I don't care what nobody says. You can unsub from the channel. You can hate me all you want. It's not that I don't understand. It's just that I have a deeper level of understanding for what's going on to them, what's going on with them. Why do you feel the way that you feel? Why do you feel the need to compete with other women? And when you see them, like, for example, last night, I took the show down. It was on my other channel where I was confessing my love for a man. There were men that were jealous of that, not because they wanted me, but because they want the man. And Black women were pivotal in supporting gay rights, and I no longer support that. When you can give me my rights back as a woman, then I'll give you rights. Otherwise, I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't look at it. I don't deal with it. I don't. And I know that the gays are probably going to come for me. Come for me all you want. You're going to have to deal with God. Every gay man that walks around here, it takes away from the woman. And then they'll say, oh, well, you ain't gonna never find no man. Yeah, because y'all all gay, in jail, or crazy. And what would be going on to make them be this way on a mass level? Mind control. They are all under mind control, and women can see it. Women can see it plain as day. You can't even talk to a female about your problems and your feelings without a man thinking that you're gay, even if it's a gay female. I understand why females are gay. I totally, you know what? These gay females are gay because they have to replace all the men that are dead inside. The Walking Dead, they're zombies. It is very scary. I was literally getting floundered, plastered, plowed, piled upon, punished, berated, subjugated, degraded. All because I've given birth. You go to another channel, let's fight for gay rights and let's fight for trans rights. Excuse me? You don't even protect the women on this planet. They're all going to be punished. Whenever you have men that feel like they have an invested interest on protecting other men that are dressed up like women, we have a serious problem. It is a 911 emergency on this planet. Something is not right in the pudding when you got stuff like that going on. You got men that have values of thinking that women are literal pieces of shit because they gave birth. But let's go fight for trans rights. The trans people are going through it. When women are literally like, this is one of the reasons why I left. You know why I left the corporate world? Because of men. I left because of men. They feel that they are the all powerful and they should get paid more than women, and you know, and we got to be careful with that. I feel like it's a mass hysteria. It's a mass. It's a like just looking at people like that. Like some of these men, they'll look at women and be like, "Bitch, I hate you. You ain't nothing but a bitch. You ain't nothing but a whore. That you ain't nothing but a bitch that bleed once a month. But let me go over here to this man and I'm gonna kiss him and cuddle up on him. And we ain't supposed to question the shit. We got people that will be complacent when women are being literally spiritually abused every day. But oh God, let's go protect these men. And then they follow a religion that's obviously got them under mind control. Like that's an obvious that this was done to put you under mind control. I believe that people now have a choice. I believe that people have the rights and they have choices to walk away from that, but they don't because they are under mind control. And yes, to me, it is a zombie apocalypse. They call women desperate. We're desperate, we're dumb, and we're stupid if we want a man. But two men together, that's okay. That's okay. Two men together is perfectly fine. But if you are a normal woman that's in love with a man, something wrong with your ass. You wrong. You wrong because you're doing what you do. You're normal biologically. Biology is very important. Biology is very important. Do I believe that the church can help with this? No, because they're already the you know they're under the same sun of that ignorance, so they can't. I think it's gonna have to be the witches and the goddesses that are gonna have to set this world back and do a reset. There should be no woman living in poverty. Men should bury their heads. And I'm not in poverty. I got money in my. I can order groceries for my family right now. But there's a lot of women that can't. They're stuck. They're in poverty, and for some reason, that makes these so-called men feel better. It is totally disgusting, and it is against nature. You want to know why a lot of women go through crazy shit? Not enough sex, not enough comfort, not enough energy from the men because the men are giving it to each other. Instead of them being normal and being with a woman, they online jacking off with a man. In my opinion, they're sick. They're biologically sick. And you know what? I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings. But do you think anybody gave a damn about my feelings when you men are out there competing with women? You're competing with women. That's what you're doing. And for hundreds of years, hell, people keep talking about slavery. Like Bette Midler said, and you know what? She had to come back and apologize because her masters made her do it. She said women are the original slaves, which is the absolute truth. Women have been suffering at the hands of confused men for centuries. It is very, very disturbing. It is very, very disturbing. And they're so, first of all, listen, I want to say this, and you know what? This is the last day of Pride Month. Listen, I don't hate gays. I am not afraid of gay people. What I hate is what it is doing, because that demon wants to turn as many people out as possible, to the point where if a relationship with a person that you're not meant to be with doesn't work out, you're supposed to just go and say, "Oh, I'm gay. Nothing ever worked out, so I'm just gay." No, no, that's not what is supposed to happen. You're supposed to go and find somebody else. You're supposed to attract somebody else to you. And men are leading us by example, and they're leading us into death, sickness, mental illness, confusion. A lot of these men, as soon as they find out that you screwing somebody, they all of a sudden want to become you as a woman. That is not normal. It's not normal. And you can't tell them that so that they can wake their asses up. They are asleep. The biological mind of the man has been put to sleep. That's why so many of you women feel insecure. We feel so much insecurity and so much anxiety. We feel it so much. And it is because the men of this planet are not men anymore. They're trying to be us. And that has nothing to do with Jesus, nothing to do with God. They go totally against God, and then they go, "Oh, God's going to forgive me." Why would God need to forgive you for that? You the one that set your own trap, and then you keep subjugating women. You keep degrading women. You hate women so much. And a lot of these gay men, they want a woman. They want a woman. If you're a gay man, if you're a bisexual man, you actually want a woman. You're full of it. But you have allowed this program to convince you that either you're not good enough, or something is wrong with you. Oh, something is wrong. I had about 50 gay men chasing and following me and putting curses on me because they couldn't have my man, or maybe they could. Do I think it's for me? I believe that bisexual people are just confused. I don't believe in it. And you know what? This may not be popular opinion. I don't care. I don't care. Something is not right with this. What is wrong with you to where you believe that instead of you being with your twin, that's why they don't like twin flames. You can't have a male and male twin flame. Not going to happen. You can't have a female and a female twin flame. Can't happen. Twin flames are a divine connection between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. It is. You got an innie and you got an outie. Period. And that's why they hate it. They actually attack twin flames. If you're a twin flame, they are trying to turn you gay because they want to destroy everything that God has created. And I believe that God made man and woman perfect. And I believe that a lot of the domestic violence, a lot of the poor treatment, the maltreatment, the malevolent treatment, I believe it comes from these demons. And until these men realize that we are going to all be in limbo. All of us are going to be in limbo. And you know what? I want to say this to all men. You can never compete with me. You know why? Because I provide love, comfort, compassion, and even sometimes tough love. There are certain hormones that men need from the woman. When you're having sex with a woman, what do you think is coming from her sexual energy? All of these frequencies that a woman gives to a man when she's making love to him, you are not going to be balanced and healthy. You're not going to be balanced and healthy if one day you sleeping with a woman and the next day you sleeping with a man and the next day you sleep with a woman and the next day you're going to be off balanced. You need that energy from a woman every day. You need sexual energy from a woman every day as a man. Otherwise, they're going to turn into psychopaths. If the woman is not there to balance the man out, and if the man is not there to balance the woman out, what do you think you're going to produce? You're going to produce the world that we're looking at today. Your son is your twin flame? I don't know, Tanya. I don't know. You may have to contact me for some further guidance on that. I don't know. But I guess twin flames don't have to be romantic or sexual. I don't know about that. But hey, you know what I'm saying? So maybe you should contact me for a read, and maybe there may be a more deep explanation for that. Because a lot of people will say that they feel like their father is their twin flame, or either some other male in their family. But we all know that let me just tell y'all something. The kind of things that we have happening in this world ain't doing nothing but making people sick. Now, first of all, I no longer eat McDonald's. I'm done eating McDonald's because what I heard was that McDonald's was putting human meat in their food. I don't know how true that is, but do you know that humans can get sick from eating other humans? Did y'all know that? Human cannibalism, it will create morbidity. It will. So every single thing that we're not supposed to be doing, and this is by nature and biology, this stuff is driving people crazy. A man has to be balanced every day by a woman, period. He's got to be balanced by her, and vice versa for the woman. Instead, they're going around breaking up relationships, tearing people apart, and then saying this is normal for a person to sit in a goddamn room by themselves every day. You think that is and all of them are going against God. That's why they don't talk about God anymore. If you notice, if you have a conversation with a person that is confused, they're not going to say anything about God. They're going to throw Bible verses at you because that's what our fathers are doing. I've never heard of a Luna Ash. I think that what is going to end up happening is that I think that a lot of people are going to die. because they're not getting what they need from men. They're not getting what they need from women. That demon was very slick and clever to do that. It was. And so a woman it's not to say that a man or a woman can't make it by themselves. That's not to say that. But what I can tell you is that after a while, when you're when when you are in that position, it starts to create perversions in the mind. So when you don't have somebody there to balance you out, that's when that demon really settles in. It settles in and it squats. It squats inside of you. And I believe that all of this, because you wake up every day and you say, as a woman, you start to wake up in the morning and you say, why is there not a man laying next to me in this bed? And then when you look around at the world with your father competing against you, going behind your back, attacking you, attacking your children. When you see men, especially gay men, there are some gay men that have this secret jealousy for women. And I believe that the secret jealousy comes from the fact that we have a hole that is naturally in our body. It's a biological thing. And you can't, nobody's anus is going to turn into a vagina. It's impossible. You're going to get all kind of piles and hemorrhoids and colon cancer. Men are out there getting cancer. Did y'all know that? And this is not a joke. Doctors have been doing research on this. Gay men have a higher incidence of colon cancer than straight men. Why do you think that is? Because it's not supposed to be that way. And the original perversion is what's keeping them that way. They need to let themselves heal. And I know a lot of y'all, because that's why they going through it. It's not just women that are lonely. They'll come to us and they'll say, well, don't no man want you. Don't no man want you either. You alone. You lonely. Gay men are having an extremely hard time finding somebody that will settle down with them, because it's not going to happen for most of them. You only see it on the TV show. You see it on a TV show, gay men that have been living together for years, but you don't see that actually in reality, but they don't know that. So they spend years and years lonely and sad and upset and mad at the world because they've chosen to be gay, but there's no that first of all, I think the incidences of down low, and I think these men are disgusting that come on here. I've seen lots of these gay men make videos towards women saying, yo man is gay, yo man secretly want me. They doing it all the time. And I sit there and I look at them and I say, God damn, what the hell happened to you? So we are competing against these apocalyptic men. And I look, I gotta say it. Look, I don't do work for gay people anyway, not too often. I don't. Okay. And there's certain sectors in paganism where it's still not accepted, and it probably never will be accepted. Are you crazy? What are you doing? That ain't got nothing to do with nature. No, they're a target at birth. I agree, Miles. I agree, but that's what I'm saying. I feel that the reason why y'all feel like y'all are a target is because y'all are being put under mind control every single day from the day that you're born. You have every right to release yourself from that mind control. And it's not the woman's fault. We're fighting the same demons that you're fighting. That's cool, Tanya. You can cash at me. You know what I'm saying? And everybody cares, Miles. We do care. When I see the anger and the frustration and, Black men being frustrated and confused and wondering what is wrong with them, wondering what is wrong. The problem is that you are under possession of a demon. You're also being mind controlled. I'm going to tell you something. Whenever you see a Black man, even in Hollywood, he's got to put on a dress. He's got to play a gay role. He's got to do something gay. Why? Why? Why do they have to do something gay? And I don't. You know what? Y'all know I love True Blood, right? One of my favorite characters on True Blood is Lafayette, mainly because of his personality, his accent. He really, really played that role. But you know that man passed away, and not too many people talked about it. And it was because he was playing a role of a gay man, and a lot of people are rejecting that, especially when it comes to Black men, because Black men are supposed to be connected to the Most High. And the Most High did not create that. God did not create gay people. That's a lie. The devil didn't create gay people. That is something else experimenting on us all together. I have felt that for years. Every time a man get mad at me, it's just like, God, maybe I should go be with women. And that's that thought process that is wrong, because I know that I'm not going to be fulfilled by a woman. A woman could never fulfill me. She couldn't. There's no way. First of all, she don't have the right equipment and she don't have the right hormones. And that is the truth. This is not against gay people at all. This is just the truth. And I love you regardless if you're gay. But I think that when you start seeing men, I'm going to tell you something. The world was over when the first man had a sex change operation. That was it. That was it. The world was over. That was it. It was the end. And you see people, and then see, that's why a lot of people pull their kids out of school. I don't want my kids to go to school and know anything or learn anything about that. I don't. Call me wrong, call me crazy, call me this, call me lonely, call me bitter, call me sad. I don't want my kids to, first of all, y'all don't realize how school is damaging to the brain. Schools are damaging to the brain. These are facts. In fact, back in the day, it was only when schools were first invented, those were places for the people in society that didn't have much. You don't have to contact me by email, but you can if you want to remind me who you are, and you can just uh that's fine. You can do that, Tanya. You can do that. You can contact me, but typically the way you get a reading is either you cash at me or you visit my Etsy or either Venmo. And I take PayPal by Etsy. So technically I do take PayPal, but yeah, that's fine. So I just, guys, it's very scary. And you know what? I thank God every day because God saved me. I had to go through years and years because, I'm just going to come straight out and say it. Um, there were a couple of times in my youth where I was molested by a female. I'm talking about when I was like 8, 9 years old. And so it didn't shock me that, looking back at my experiences for that, and I had to literally be celibate for years and years to clear myself of all of that. I was celibate for years because it was something that I had to go through, like a biological reset. Seriously. And now I guess I'm supposed to go and say, oh, well, when I found myself finally I'm supposed to question myself, and then all of a sudden I'm gay. No, I'm normal. If a man is not giving to a woman everything that she needs, she's going to go out and get another man. I mean, and so it just, it's so weird how people's values are so sick and twisted, to the point where, all these men need to realize that women wouldn't even be that way if they weren't the way that they are. And then they'll come around and say, oh, if you do a love spell, you're desperate, or you're desperate for a man. Yeah, a lot of us women are desperate for a man because there's none around. Where are they? They're online sharing penis pictures with men. And as a woman, I can't be okay with that. I am not, look, there's a lot of women that they are so desperate that they like, look, okay, I accept it. I want to watch you be with another man. I could never watch my man be with another man. Not ever. It would make me angry. It would make me upset. It would make me jealous. That is normal. You are not supposed to be just okay with that. Oh, I'm okay with you being bisexual. No, I'm not okay with that. No, I'm not. I think that women need to start standing up, because we didn't stand up years ago when they first started introducing this concept. I think that women felt like, okay, well, this is an individual. So I understand individualism totally, totally. But then when it turned into them trying to turn people, then when it turned into I'm trying to turn you gay, I I have actually picked up on women trying to do love work on me, and it don't feel right. It doesn't. I've actually picked up on it. I threw the cards and you can see that it's a woman trying to do love candles. Why would you do that? So I've picked up on that. And I always can tell when a woman is doing that. And whoever it is, I reverse it. It's not that I'm feeling feelings of love. It's just that you can feel like this. It almost feels like your heart is breaking. So that's why I don't do love spells for women. I don't do lesbian love spells at all. I don't offer that at all. You can't get that here. Okay. And I have actually had clients that were gay. They came to me for other purposes. But the woman that they were trying to do love work on, she was actually not actually gay. She was just having an experience and she couldn't get over it. So she tried to go to somebody to get love work done. And it pushed the woman even further away from her. It did. Because you can't use witchcraft for gay love spells. You can't do it. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they say. And then they'll compare. This is really what breaks my heart. Men don't give birth. So men don't have to worry about stretch marks. They don't have to worry about loose skin, because sometimes when you have a baby inside of you, yeah, it's going to sometimes scar the woman's skin. They're trying to compare men to women biologically because of that. Oh, I don't want you. You got loose skin and stretch marks from having babies. See, men don't have to experience that. So if you have a man dressed up as a woman, his stomach is gonna be tight, and if he gets a butt injection or something, it's just gonna look like a freaking blow up doll or something. Yeah, it's very disturbing. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna be honest with you, the worst mistake, and I've actually done a lot of spell work on this throughout the years. I have done a lot of spell work on this, guys. I'm gonna tell y'all the worst mistake of my life. And I believe that men, the reason why they try it and they end up getting stuck in that, because men can sometimes have a higher influence over on men, and see, women can't do that. But the worst mistake that I ever made in my life was having a bi-curious experience, because it follows you. it follows you. And people are thinking, oh, well, if you've had that experience before, that you're going to want to experience it again. But to be honest with you, it wasn't a good experience. Who would prefer being with a woman over a man? Nobody. Even if the man stinks, even if he don't wipe his booty good enough, you still want to be with a man. I don't care if a man stinks. Get your ass in the shower. We got soap. I don't need no woman, a frilly, frilly woman, and oh, she smell good and women smell better. I'm not sold on it because of that. And I don't care how. And you know what they'll say? They'll say, oh, look at you chasing that man around. What the fuck else are women supposed to do? When we do love spells on, they say, oh, you chasing him. What, am I supposed to chase a woman? It's sad and it's sick. And the fact that it's basically being shoved in our faces. We're being forced damn near. This is one of the reasons why y'all see a lot of gay people or a lot of DL gay people that are on YouTube. They'll put their woman or their man out on Front Street. They'll put them out there. Oh, this is my man, this is my woman, and they really secretly doing gay shit. For me, I don't want nobody to know who my man is. Because I already know that if they know who he is, they are going to try to destroy the whole situation. They're going to try to destroy the connection. And really what they do is they feed off a sexual energy that is between men and women. And you notice that they do that. They feed off of that energy. That energy is sacred, and that energy is for me and the man that I'm sharing it with, not you. They want to be in on it because what they're doing is not near about, it's not normal. It's not, it's not even biologically correct. And yeah, we know that there are people in this world that are different. They're born different. That doesn't mean they were born different, right? That doesn't mean that I have to carry on the same characteristics of that person. There's people that have been born hermaphrodites. And I think instead of the parent choosing what sex the child should be, they should just go ahead and just let them be a hermaphrodite. But that's extremely rare. And that's something that God obviously did. But I feel like I was looking at a video that was really disturbing. Men chomping their penises off, women removing the uterus and to create a penis. They need to throw them doctors in prison that did that, the original doctor that did the sex change. And I am a pagan. I'm not Christian. I'm pagan. And I feel that way. And a lot of other people feel that way. That's where you're getting most of your attacks. So no, Caitlyn Jenner, you are not the most bravest woman in the world. The bravest woman in the world is the one that can fight for love. That is who is brave. The woman that can fight for nature, that's who's brave. Not some man that decided to put on wig and a wig and some makeup. And I think that our society just went to shit. That's why a lot of people were supportive of Donald Trump, because he wanted to keep those same traditional values. But the problem was that somehow racism was mixed in there with it. So that's why he had to go, because, a lot of people look at the Black community as, especially when they see gay Black men, and when Black women are looking at that and they're looking at what these men are doing, twerking and popping their ass and stuff like that. It's disturbing. It's not that we hate you, but we know that you are obviously under possession. Deep possession. A woman crying over a man and saying, baby, I love you, I miss you. That's, yeah. And we shouldn't even have to do that. That ain't even a part of our biology, because I ain't never had to beg a man for shit, not ever. The woman saying that if she had to say it is more normal than you twerking for a man. That's normal. They'll put you to shame. Oh, shame, 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 shame on you. Shame on you. You know, while everything that they're doing, including attacking us, is a part of the mind control. That's why people need to shut up about it. People didn't understand anything. They said, how could you forgive him for doing that? Because at the time that he was doing it, God damn it, he was under mind control. And these are supposed to be spiritually advanced people that will tell me that they will tell you that you're supposed to walk away from the man that you love because of some dumb shit that he said while he was under mind control. And then will judge you and shun you because of it. All these supposed spiritually understanding people, and you're supposed to understand spirit, and they don't understand nothing. They don't understand nothing. They really don't. They take everything at surface value instead of seeing the deeper meaning of why people do the things that they do. Hey, mystical. They don't see the deeper meaning. They don't see that a lot of men, especially, the problem with men is that they do seem to be a little spiritually weaker than women. And it's so sad. And then they'll say, well, I'm going to kill you, die. Okay, please, please don't make me wake up to this bullshit one more day, because this ain't right. I don't know where the hell I got dropped off in the wrong paradigm, but the shit ain't right. Now, I'm not saying that literally, like I do want to wake up in the morning, because I believe that we all can make changes in our own life, but it's touching everybody. That demon wanted to touch everybody. And they've totally, first of all, y'all know Venus, the goddess of love, Aphrodite. They even tried to pervert her. If you go and look up Aphrodite, you'll see paintings of men that have painted, you know, these orgies and men having men. That ain't what Venus, Aphrodite is about. It was, thank you. It was very disrespectful to women. And then what are they going to say? Oh, you have to respect him because he's a man? Bullshit. And y'all can flag this for hate speech all you want. Flag it. Flag the whole damn channel down. I don't give a damn about your likes, your dislikes, or your opinion. And the fact that they tried to say, oh, but you are gay because you slept with a woman. What? Holding on to the hope that some bi-curious experience with a woman, and literally what I did was I went home and slept with my man. For real. So that's why I'll never have those experiences again. I'll never be open to it either. Right, exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Because if you ask women, mystical, men are at a higher advantage than us anyway, just because they're propped up. Men can be doing some fuck shit and still be propped up. They can be under mind control. They can be demonically possessed. They could be saying all kind of crazy shit, but people still will big up a man regardless. Right, right. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm so glad that there's people out there. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. He has benefited from the patriarch his whole life. He has no idea what it's like to be a woman. And you are absolutely correct. And this has been going on for years. You know, actual love relationships between a man and a woman are rare because throughout the years, women have been in these loveless marriages to where she's just a prop anyway. A lot of these men, they don't even want you to fart or poop. Well, what you want me to do? Hold it in and kill myself? You know, women and men go to the bathroom the same way, only except men, when they pee, they stand up, and some of them sit down when they pee. I am disgusted by what I am too, mystical. I am too. Trust me, I have been thinking about this for quite some time and just noticing, you know, the certain patterns and stuff. And I can't wait till this month is over. And you know, they completely messed up the month of June with this gay pride month crap. I absolutely cannot stand it. Because gay pride month it's about subjugating, you know, normal people in normal relationships, because gay people may have came from a place of abuse. And you got men out there whose father molested them. How do you become a normal man after some man in your perverted man in your family molested you? You have to do it by being connected with God. Because if you've had those kinds of experiences as a child, look at this damn wasp. Go! This damn wasp has been stalking me since I walked outside, you bastard. Y'all, I'm going to go because I got to put some water in my fountains. Gay people that are actually gay women on YouTube, I've seen a lot of them, even some of the spiritualists. Gay women, they use their relationships, they're actually gay or lesbian, and they use a relationship with a man to make it look like they're normal. I've seen that happen a lot too. And your relationship is not to be exploited in that kind of way. To be honest with you, you know, I was subjugated for months and months and months because I didn't want to tell my personal business on YouTube by people that literally throw up a sexual experience with a woman to cover up the fact that they actually really want men, but in reality, I said reactually, y'all. I don't know why I be putting the two words together. I gotta create my own dictionary of words that I put together. In reality, these men are fugazi anyway. They're fake gay. They're faux gay. They're not actually gay. You want me to warm you a piece of pizza, Bubby? Okay. I gotta go. I'm getting ready to feed my son some lunch, y'all. I will see y'all later. Y'all have a good one. I know I done pissed some people off, but you know, you gotta understand that, and you know what? Biologically, a man's, even though men do have the prostate gland, right? Okay, but you're not supposed to stimulate the prostate gland too much. So they say men are actually supposed to be gay because they get pleasure from their prostate, but then they end up with prostate cancer. So it's normal for a woman to crave a man in her vagina. It's not for a man to be craving something in their booty. Because, you know, even as a woman, you know, I've had even as a woman that has experienced, ANAL, the pleasure that women get from that is coming from the vagina. It feels just like it feels the same way to me, only it's a little bit more intense. So, I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of men trying to be women. I'm tired of the fact that my own father stalks me in social media, and he probably sending his penis pictures to people. I bet you, if my father found out that I was in love with a man, he would try to seduce him. Oh, I want to keep men from you so bad that I'm going to turn gay and seduce your man that you in love with and break your heart. So fathers are going to have to get it together. Thank you, Mystical. Thank you. I'll see y'all later. Peace and love, y'all.